This is the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove. Billy is an innovative leader in the industry and loves teaching how to build quality fence. So sit down, grab a cold beverage, and get ready to talk about fence. Today's show is sponsored by Mr. Fence Academy. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
What is going on, Fence fam? How's everybody doing on this fabulous Tuesday evening? I hope everybody has had a wonderful week since the last time we have spokes or seen each other. It's been rainy as hell here, guys. Rainy as hell. It's been raining every single day since last Thursday. But, you know, you got to take the bad with the good sometimes. So real quick, want to give a big shout out to the sponsors. Thank you, Mr. Fence Academy, www.mrfenceacademy.com. And then we have National Metal Industries, www.nmifence.com. We have JC GURY, our newest sponsor, which super excited about, guys. Just got back the proof on the new fence sign for the podcast. Super in love with it. It's going to look great. www.jcgury.com. Go there. Go check them out, guys. If you don't have a sign from JC GURY, then you don't have a sign. Amanda's got Miss Amanda Hunt on tonight. So we got the two Amandas on. So that's going to be a awesome segment. And then I have my good friend on, Chris Steele, and we're going to talk about culture tonight, baby. We're going to talk about culture. And we're just going to get right to it. We're going to get my wife on, Miss Amanda Grove, first.
Hey,
how are you? Long time no see, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same thing every single week. I'm going to say that same thing. Long time no see, huh? It's
really?
been like
Okay.
25 minutes since I left.
All right, that's what we're doing. I got it.
Oh, man, we like to joke around. And then I'm going to go ahead and hand it off. I'm going to put Miss Amanda Hunt on stage. I'm going to say hello, and then I'm going to hand it off to my wife, let her do her spotlight of the women in the fence industry, and we'll be back with Chris Steele. I don't know what happened. Huh. It's just a black screen. I don't know what happened. There we go.
You here now?
I was going to say it's going in and out. You there, Amanda?
Hello.
Oh, did I click it multiple times? I probably clicked it multiple times.
I was just popping in and out. It was just for fun.
Yeah. There we go. There it is. That's my fault. I clicked it multiple times. I said on accident. But hey girl, how are you?
I'm doing so good. I'm so glad to see you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was nice meeting you at the show. Love your husband. Can't wait to see him next time. And I'm going to get out of y'all's hair and let y'all do your thing.
All right. Hello, honey bunch.
Hi.
I felt like he gave you a great entrance.
All right. I was just like here and gone, here and gone. Yeah. This is fun.
So, you know, I like to highlight a lovely lady every week in the industry. You are part of a fence company. Yeah. So I know you have many things to tell me. So go ahead and let me know how you got into the fence industry, what you do.
Sure. So fencing was never in my thoughts growing up, obviously. But my husband and I both worked EMS. He was a paramedic and I was an EMT, and that's how we met. And when he and I got together, he was doing fencing on the side. And so basically the first year we were together, he's like, I'm going to quit my job and go full-time fencing. I said, okay, let's do it. So he started full-time in 2016. And then we opened up another company, which was a maple syrup operation. And we built it from the ground up. We bought the land in 2017, opened in 2019. I came home from my medical job in 2018 and said, I'm done. I put my 2 weeks in, so we got to really figure this out, how to make it work for both of us. And so at that point, I was already doing the books. I took some QuickBook trainings. I went downstate here in Michigan and went to like an actual live class because math is not my strong suit, but I was in charge of the book, which scared the hell out of me. I was 21 years old trying to figure out how to help him run a company. And so basically over the course from 2016 to 2019, I was running the books and figuring that portion out while he was figuring out how to run the business and hire employees. And then 2019 in July, we had our daughter. And by the end of 2019, I said, I need a break from the company. You got to take more of it on so I can focus on our daughter. And so he did that for about 2 years. I still did payroll, but that was the only thing that I did. And he did everything else. And then in 2022, our daughter started preschool. And so I was able to start coming back into the company and being more involved again, like 2 days a week. And now she's full-time 5 days a week as a kindergartner, and I am full-time 5 days a week in the office. So I still run the books. I do payroll. I do all of our customer communication up on the front end of things and the exit. So they call, they email initially, they get me, and then I hand them off to our salesman, help them through the process. I'm always that person in the office as the touch point for them. And then at the end, I do the invoicing. I do all of the reconciliation, all of the communications with our accountant and all of that, while Jordan oversees majority of the big picture things.
Right. So you run the office so he can get out there and do the work and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. He's really, honestly, because of the Mr. Fence Academy, we started with them, beginning of this year. Maybe it was last year. Honestly, I don't remember how long we've been with them. But because of them, he's been able to step back and put people in the right place and really look at the vision of where JLH Fence is going, rather than just being in the moment and catching up every once in a while and trying to stay ahead of things. He's now 20 steps ahead of things while our guys are taking care of things on the day-to-day.
I love that.
It's been huge. It's been huge for us. And having him be able to have time to come back into our family instead of working 100 hours a week has been such a blessing.
Billy and I were actually just talking to someone and explaining how he used to work 7 days a week. And I would literally take the kids to have lunch with him just to see him.
Yeah.
That's so amazing that now he can step back and be there with you. I know that's so hard, but you still do the books now. And do you still have the Maple company? We
don't. We actually, this was the building. We converted it into our house because in 2022, we also bought another building so that I could turn it into a wedding venue. So I also run that. And so Monday through Thursday, I am in the office, and then summertime, Friday through Sunday, every weekend, I am running weddings and loving every second of it.
Man, talk about a power couple. You guys just did that.
We don't like to sit still, and Jordan will be the first to tell you he's got a gypsy soul. So if something's not changing, if something's not moving and doing different things, he's actively searching for something else to do. And so we just keep rolling with it.
That is crazy, but I love it. I love all aspects of everything you do.
It's been fun. And honestly, I never really had the entrepreneurial spirit. That was more Jordan, and he's instilled it in me because now I'm hungry for it. Now I want to go do these things. I'm already talking to him about 2 or 3 other venues that we could build and buy. And so it's such a energy that we feed off of each other with, of oh, I want to do this. I think we can do that. I think we could reach this goal. And it just never stops.
I love it. And I love that your business, like all of the businesses you've mentioned, are to make people happy.
Yeah.
Weddings, giving them the fence that they dreamed of, like
Right.
every maple syrup. I know it may not have lasted, but let's be real, pancakes.
Yeah.
Like every venture you've had has been so positive to help people. I love that.
Yeah. And it's just been fun. You know, the fencing industry, I love being in the office because I love being able to communicate with the clients. And even if we're just talking on the phone, I'm smiling while I'm talking because not only does it go a long way for them on the other side of the phone, but it genuinely makes me happy to connect with people. And so for me to be in the office 4 days a week on the phone, and then on the weekends, I get to actually interact with people in person. It's the perfect mix.
I love that. I really do.
Thanks.
All around happiness.
It is. It is. It's been really fun. And gosh, we're growing. The fencing company is growing, which again, thank you to Mr. Fence Academy, because the energy that they bring and the positivity and the backing of the support that they bring, it's incredible. So while we have JLH Fence, we are also Grand Traverse Fence, which we launched back in March. And that's in a different county that's about an hour and a half away from our shop. And so we're growing, we're expanding, we're putting people in the right places to do these things. And that's thanks to Mr. Fence, because honestly, without having that training to be able to put those people in the right place, we'd still be stuck in our shoes of 2022.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually just got to go into the field for the first time this past week for Fence Week.
Did you?
And I got to help build fences and video.
How'd you like it?
I absolutely loved it. I told him I just need some gloves and work boots.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's really important.
I always have nails, so just give me some gloves and some work boots. I don't mind getting dirty. I was in the rain. I don't care. That's fine. But I actually really enjoyed it. And I look forward to going out and kind of being in the field with him a little bit more.
Nice. That's exciting. So are you going to be coming into the company more so and like being an installer?
Right now, I'm just trying to help out kind of all the way around, getting into helping him in the field if I can, getting into kind of media, getting more into the podcast. I'm moving into kind of producing it. Hopefully, I'm going to have to take a little bit of classes, a little bit of training, but I'm trying to get into doing that for him.
Awesome.
Basically, everything I do is to support him. So
yes, I totally get that. So
day one.
I've tried to work in the field, and very, very quickly, Jordan and I figured out we do not work together very well. Even when we're at home working on office stuff together, we butt heads. And it's like we both had the same idea, but different ways to get there. And so that was the same way with fencing. I was helping him put up chain link 6 years ago, which is like somewhat simple. I mean, we were at that point, we were still dig setting, but the concept of it. However, I'm not mechanically inclined. I don't catch on very easily. And so like that next step was always like, okay, what do I have to do? I had to stop and think and like really go through the process. Where with our guys, he's just so used to boom, 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 boom. So after that day, he's like, I love you, but I never want you on another fencing project. Like, I get it. It's okay. So like Bailey, I love her. She amazes me that she is capable to do that stuff, and she's awesome at it. Like, I aspire to be you.
I was gonna mention her a minute ago when I was saying that, because she inspired me to go out and be like, you know what? I've done plenty of things in my life. I've been out in the wilderness. I camp. I like I do things. Right. I can do this.
I can do things.
I do things. Like, I don't just sit in the house. Like, I go out and do things, and I like, if there's a problem, I fix it to the best of my ability.
Right.
But like, I like to think I could learn just about anything. Absolutely. I did learn that wood's heavy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So Sean, he came up and did a training with our guys because we're growing, we hired a bunch of new guys this year. So we did a training on wood privacy, and Heather and I were hucking posts, and they're heavy. With pickets and yeah.
Well, it was so wonderful getting to highlight you this week. Thank you so much for coming on. I did not know how talented you are in so many aspects, so I'm so glad I got to learn that. And also Vegas was fun, by the way.
It was fun. I don't know if I'll be able to go back next year. I hope, but as of right now, my September is fully booked with weddings. So my hope is I will have somebody hired there that can help me run it, so I'll be able to come to Vegas.
Okay, I was gonna say, I mean, that's fair though. Like you have a reason not to be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it work though.
Jordan, your wife is amazing. Sorry, I just saw that down there. Michaela,
You're making me blush. I don't know if you can tell I'm blushing.
All right, love. Well, it was great talking to you. I'm going to hand it over to my husband, so him and Mr. Chris Steele, I believe it's tonight, yes, can talk about some culture.
That's so awesome. I'm excited to hear it.
Coming on.
Absolutely. Good talking with you.
Good talking with you.
All right, ladies, that was awesome. Awesome job. Awesome job. I almost forgot to unmute myself again. Well, Miss Amanda Hunt, I can't wait to see you again. Y'all keep kicking ass up there, and we will talk to you later on, okay?
All right. Thanks.
All right, love. Great job on your segment of highlighting a woman in the fence industry. Guys, if you have a loved one, if it's not a woman watching, if your wife is in the fence industry, get a hold of me. Get a hold of like Amanda. You can get a hold of us at thegatekeeperspod@gmail.com. I'll put that in a banner right down below. Great job. I can't wait for next week. I'll see you in about an hour, okay?
All right. You can also add me on Facebook. You can message me however you would like to. That works as well. I just want to show you love. All right, love.
All right. All right. I will see you in about an hour, okay?
Okay. Love you.
All right, bye. Oh, wait, no, there it is.
Got this?
Yeah, I clicked remove twice. It's not removing you.
I'm just special.
It says it doesn't want to. I mean, you could stay as long as you want.
I don't know how to
get out. Lie. What? Go ahead.
I don't know how to get out either. So add Chris and I'll try to exit myself.
No. It's okay because I got to run a commercial too. So, oh no, it's not letting me do anything. It just stuck on remove you, and now it's typing.
You want to remove me, honey? Oh, now it's just me. No, really, what's happening? By the way, the show's October next year, for the record. Thank you, Michaela. Technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
I don't know what the hell happened.
Are you back?
There we go. I'm back. I don't know what the hell happened. I think we lost like the internet connection for a hot minute.
Okay.
But, so I'm back
on or not.
And now you're gone. I love you, but it's that time. Sorry guys for that. We are going to quickly run a commercial, and then I'm going to bring my good friend Mr. Chris Steele on, and hopefully we can get all the bugs worked out because I don't know what just happened. That was crazy. Boom. But hey, man, here's this.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National.
Man, I freaking love that commercial, guys. Next week, I'm hoping to have the all-new GURY commercial. Super excited about that. I got the proofs back. I'm not going to release them. I am going to let Mark and Mary release them. It's coming up soon. Super proud of it. Look forward to it. I will have a bunch to hand out at the next fence show. And then if you don't get to a fence show, you can also buy one too. I'm not going to be doing that like exclusively. I'm going to be like handing them out. But like if you can't make one, give me a shout. But without further ado, I'm going to bring my good friend on, Mr. Chris Steele. We're going to unmute his mic. There we go. How you doing, buddy?
I'm just kidding, man. Just kidding.
Okay.
Let's go.
How's Panama City?
Ha! We're here, baby. We're here. We're doing it. No, it's good, man. It's good. I feel like I've changed my mailing address, but
yeah, it's kind of weird, man. I didn't get to do my my normal Wednesday night hang out at the shop and talk to Chris night.
I know, man. I missed you.
Yeah, I know. Because Amanda's always like, "Why you always get home so late on Wednesdays?" I'm like, "Well, you see, we got some things to do." And she's like, "Yeah, okay. I see you at the shop for like 2 hours."
So I'll catch you all night.
And she's like, "You don't move." I'm like, well, I'm cleaning up. She's like, "You're always saying that you're cleaning up." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm cleaning up."
Yeah, we're cleaning up the week.
Yeah, right. But speaking of, we had Fence Week this past week, which you were unfortunately only here for one day of. But man, what was your take on the Fence Week?
Man, for once ever with anything to do with the academy or really being involved in the fence industry, I took this one from afar, right? So I got to come in Monday. I got to give a Monday morning message, which was where I want to be, my thing, and I left. I was not excited to leave. I was really nervous. I'm not going to lie, a little bit. And then just seeing the pictures and the updates and the camaraderie between everybody, it was really great to see that. See the guys working down in Louisiana and seeing everybody all over the country kind of come together. It was very humbling for me because normally I'm there, I'm doing it. I'm the one going crazy and bombarded, but seeing that you handled it really good. A lot of positive feedback, a lot of tips and tricks shared. It was a good week, man. I hate I missed it, but it's very humbling to see it happen.
Hey man, it is what it is. Sometimes, we gotta keep it rolling, right? So, I mean, the machine needs to be fed, and we'll talk about that later on. But we gotta keep it rolling no matter what's going on. So, I thought it was awesome that you could be there during, which is one of the things that I consider the most important parts of the week is the Monday morning meeting. It's something that I've never really been a part of until I came here, and that's kind of getting on the culture side of things. Is Monday morning meetings, and bro, I can't wait to have my Monday morning meeting. Like I know I've been talking to you about it and saying, "Hey man, I'm almost ready. I'm kind of ready," but like I enjoy our Monday morning meetings. Tell me like a little bit about where that came up, and I kind of know where it came up, but like tell our viewers where it kind of came up from and how we hold those.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all of my good ideas are definitely stolen. I've done everything wrong twice as far as being in business, being in the fence industry, but of course I've stolen that from Matt Warner. And, when we first started it, probably when I first heard about it, 2020, 2021, I wasn't consistent, right? Like we'd come in and have a Monday morning meeting this week, but some weeks we wouldn't. I'd be in town to be out of town. Like, it wasn't a very consistent thing. And it didn't mean much. It was, oh, Chris is here. Is he coming out to have a meeting today? Or I'd walk out there and go, hey, I don't have anything for y'all today because I'm swamped and getting my butt kicked in the business life. But over the past probably, I'd say 2 years, year and a half for sure, 2 years, I've really buckled down to saying that we're going to make this happen, no matter what. Normally, if I'm not there, somebody else does it. But I started seeing value in it when I seen our team members talking about it, or me pulling into the shop, looking out back at 7. I'm fixing to walk outside and everybody's standing in a circle. Like, they're actually looking forward to this. And maybe they're just looking forward to that for the be. They're going to hear me speak, right? I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to pour into them. And it was probably after a year after we started the Louisiana branch, and I was gone, and I came back. And I remember one day I jumped on top of a trailer, and I forgot what it was about, but I was giving my all. I was crying, yelling, screaming, like, not at anybody, but like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I just seen like the movement in our company, like, we're going to have these meetings moving forward. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And a lot of those people even aren't with us today, but watching those interactions with people is really what started that. And apparently I'm hosting the show now. Well, bye, Billy. Love you. So we turn this into a different podcast now that Billy's gone. Billy. Well, what y'all want to talk about? My host left. We'll go ahead. What's up, Chris Gass? I guess he just comes back. Billy will be right back. Yeah. Real quick. He took a break. He's got the new studio all set up too and everything. Might be the Wi-Fi. Amanda, I'd say yes and no. I try to really focus on life, outside of business. Like, we obviously talk about struggles, things we learned throughout the week, but more importantly, a topic. I've stolen this from Matt Warner and just kind of turned it into my own thing. But I remember him talking about a handshake one day. He said something as simple as a handshake, and it was probably a year after that. Somebody came in, I shook their hand. I was like, wow, they're really bad at that. Imagine buying a fence and this foreman shows up and he shakes your hand, like this. Hey, how are you? Like, they lost confidence in it. So, it's probably more geared towards the life skill. And of course, the company aspect of it, but more importantly towards them as a human. Thanks, Amanda. You gave me your juju. Yeah, because, Amanda, like, the way I look about it is you have people showing up to build fence. A lot of them have a history in this, right? So, and a lot of times they don't see the bigger picture. And if we don't work on them as a person first, is my outlook in that. Amanda, I think you did. Well, Billy texted me and said he has no idea what happened. Well, look, if anyone here needs a fence, go to highsteel.com. We have an online software. Fill it out. Amanda, yes. Yes, we are on a big job for us. 3,500-foot vinyl job, 8 foot tall with demo is a pretty good one for us. And the subcontractor backed out the day after it was supposed to start. So that's where I'm at. I'm in Panama City working on that fence. And I haven't built fence consistently in a long time. So it's been really, really good to get out there and like physically just leave my phone in the truck and just go to war with these guys and smash this fence out. It's been really fun. Nick, that's a tough question. What do you do personally to get ready for the meetings? Whew. That's a whole story, man. I guess I have time, but oh,
there we go. All right.
I met Chris Gass. That's what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Hey,
but,
Billy.
The computer went crazy. So I'm on my phone. I'm sure you killed it between there. We got a bunch of comments.
Yeah, they were just trying to save me.
Hell yeah. So, all right, where'd you leave off at? We'll just jump right into it.
Monday morning meetings while we do them. That's kind of where we were at.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And Nick brought up a point. I do want to touch on that. He asked me what I do to get ready, and I wish I said the whole story, but the last, month, well, back up a second, the last years since I met Chris Gass, he's been on my butt about being a better version of myself. And I've never taken it seriously. I've never put any effort into it. One of those things that's on the list, but never made it happen until the last probably month. So Nick is kind of on the same journey as I am, and he knows that waking up early. Chris used to tell me he wakes up at 3:30 in the morning, and I'm like, what do you do? Like, you must be so bored for hours. And now that getting in that routine and getting up before everyone's awake, getting up to do your workout, to get hydrated, whatever that looks like, and some time to yourself. So Mondays, I'm definitely up early. I think about it throughout the week, but more importantly, on that Monday morning, I'm up extremely early, just working on myself. Going through my notes I make throughout the week, I'll hear something that I like, and I'll kind of try to turn it into how it fits our business or our people and make a note of that and kind of put a meeting together from all those notes. Right. I hope that answers you, Nick.
I'm sure it did. That was good. I love the Monday morning meetings, but going forward, that's a part of our culture. How do we, as a new fence company, say, hey, this is what I want my culture to be, and this is how I want to do it, and then go from there?
Man, culture, and I'm not the best at it by any means. Every day I'm working on it. Every Monday I'm working harder and harder. It's more difficult to maintain it. I mean, it's very hard to get it. It's very easy to lose, right? I think Sean's got an analogy of Mustangs and donkeys, humans. But it really starts, with the leader is the first aspect of it. But I'm trying to word it even better is it really comes down to putting everyone together, taking the time to do it, and being disciplined is going to make it happen. Like it's hard to go out into a room where there's two people, you and one other person, have a Monday morning meeting, right? It's really hard to walk out there with you and two people and pour into them. And these are the same guys you're going to war with, right? So if you're a new company or a smaller company, like, you're going in the field with them, but they see you, they see what you do. If you don't work hard, they're not going to work hard. If you don't do X, Y, Z, if you tell them they have to have company cam pictures and you don't take them, they're not going to do it. So it really starts with the leader of the company, in my opinion. But it's difficult. In my opinion, it's easier to walk into a room with 30 people and speak than it is, 3 people.
Yeah.
But the sooner you start it, right, day one, if it's you and a guy and you have a Monday morning meeting, and maybe it's you and him talking about the week and sharing, like, if you open a business, you're the leader, it's time to man up and you have something to share and find something every week to help this individual. One person, there's a lot of things that you can help with them. You see them every day. You know them. You see where they lack. You see they show up a little late. You see they don't put effort in after 3 o'clock, whatever that may be. When it rains, they get in the truck and talk about it. And not expect everyone just to work hard or work harder and, drive, go, go, go. It ain't about that. we're all in this war together, and it is I'd say more difficult in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been a part of some of those skeleton crew Monday morning meetings, and I was kind of wondering, like, man, like, how do you get pumped up for this? But
it's hard.
That
it's hard.
explains
Walk
it.
out there. Yeah, I mean, we had a recent change in manpower where there was not a lot of people in a meeting, and especially when you feel like you got something great, and then you walk out there and there's a few people looking there, but like you have to give the same energy.
Yeah.
My opinion, right? Like if they see you at that point, like it's as the people stand around you, it's a little easier to walk and talk and find things to talk about. But if it's you and 5 people, it's tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And then how are we maintaining that culture, like moving forward day in and day out? Like what is something that you strive to do like every week to just maintain that culture?
It's easy for me because, I grew up in a fabrication shop with a guy that raised me like my second dad, like not raised me every night, but he had a business and he let me come work for him as a very young kid. I didn't know what I was doing, but as I got older, he was going through the pains of owning a business, probably like all of us starting out, doesn't know how to run it, doesn't know how to manage money, all these things. And he didn't turn into, but he was very tough on me. He spoke to me, lots of cursing, lots of, get over it, move on, just really, really tough, and a lot of yelling and screaming. And I just remembered the day I left, I said, I will do whatever it takes to never have to go back here.
Right.
I could go back. I could, at the time, like I said, I'm quitting. He said, you'll never make it. Good luck. Ha, ha, ha. The next week I didn't have any work. I could have just went right back and said, okay, hey, I'm sorry. I'm coming back. But, I got yelled at, like, you effing idiot, like, all these things over and over and over again. And I was like, I just don't want to ever have to speak to somebody that way.
Right.
And the way I think about it, so if I have to talk to you that way, we should not work together. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's not even you. But we're not on the same team because we're talking to each other crazy. I want nothing to do with that. So, the way I look about it is being a good human and like we have a attendance policy, right?
Yeah.
But if someone comes,
say that again. Oh, I just lost audio.
We have an attendance policy, but like there's exceptions, in my opinion, right? As being a good human, when someone's grandmother passes away, right? Like we're going to talk about that. Like I want you to take off work. I want you to go handle this stuff. So pouring back into them is the maintaining of it.
Absolutely. And, I kind of feel the same way. Like, there's rules, but man, if somebody dies in your family, like we're not gonna be like, hey man, like you got to go get me a doctor's note.
Right.
But at the same time, like we also do have to be held accountable to a certain point, and that part sucks.
And thinking about this, Billy, I mean, I've done it the wrong way that way too, right? Like I believe in people and you have a job to do and you're going to trade your time and effort for money. I'm going to give you the money. And that's how it works. Right. And there's people that take advantage of that. So also like keep maintaining the culture is you've missed 3 grandmas have died, and your parents aren't split up. So something's not adding here. Right. So there's that expectation, holding them accountable. Absolutely. And I've done it the opposite way where I've let people just, well, maybe they just had a bad day. And I know they're a good person. I know this because I see the other side of it, getting yelled and screamed at. And I don't care if it's Christmas, we're working and we weren't doing anything important at the time. Like it wasn't that big of a deal, but I've had both ends of it to where I gave too much. Most of my high Steele career, I've given way too much. And we had a recent change in the office where I just gave and gave and gave. So I don't want to say that, we just bend the rules all the time, but we're humans. We're building fence. Like I love these people. I love you. I love everyone that works with us. And shit happens and shit comes up. And I don't want to punish somebody because life happens.
Right.
But, the culture we have right now is that when they come back after a day, they work twice as hard. We get twice as much in the ground because we're building that culture. We maintain that culture of, okay, unfortunately yesterday, whatever happened and we let it slide, but you came in today and made up for it.
Right. And you know, like, and that goes a long way, and that goes a long way with the people that we've hired as well and put into place. And we might be bare like right now, but man, we got some good people going forward, and I love the culture that we got going on right now, and just, you know, maintaining it right now is the big thing.
Mm-hmm. It is, man, because building fence is tough. I mean, we're overworked. I'm stealing this from Chris Gass again, but we're overworked, underpaid, undervalued. We have limited resources. It's a tough industry. Yep. And I know we can all beat our chests and say we build fence 7 days a week and yada. I mean, that's great. Now, I mean, that's a legacy. No. You know, I worked real hard. No. I don't want my people to do that. I told you, we found out that 2 guys worked till 1:30 in the morning on a Friday night. It wasn't approved. No one asked to do it. They just did it. I respect the heck out of that, but I'm also like, that's not okay.
No.
That fence was not that important.
No.
And they were like, man, we went to war for you. And it's a double-edged sword. It's like, how awesome is that? And they didn't even ask. Like, we just stayed till it got done. But why are we doing that? Because we told you we would get it done. It's like, okay, but it's not that big of a deal. We're just building fence. Well, the same aspect of we're doing something really awesome, double edge, right? A blessing is a curse. But, you know, it is very humbling to know that 2 people went out of their way to stay somewhere till 1:30 in the morning to get something done and not ask for anything of it, not text me and go, hey, you do know we stayed that late, right?
Right.
I found out from somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's
like,
cool. I don't want them to ever do that again, but that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I was pretty impressed when I got here Monday. It was kind of like the first thing that I said to I'm like, Tyler, I was like, so pulled all-nighter on Friday, huh? He was like, yeah, man, we did. I was like, son, next time, go take your ass home. Like, go home.
Yes, go home. And it's funny because, like, the culture that Trevor has built in Louisiana at our branch over there is like, that man told me, because we had someone from Louisiana come over and help us. He's like, I'll get it done today. I was like, okay, cool. I don't know what all needs to be done there. I'm just asking a question. Hey, can that get done today? Absolutely. Yes, sir. Cool. I didn't mean till 1:30, buddy. Like, it's not that important. But like, that's the kind of, like, I don't want to say that's the kind of culture we were trying to create as people work that much, by no means, but to know when a man tells you they have your back, they have your back, and they don't see anything wrong with it. You know, that's what I told you I'd do. It's no problem.
And that's really what it boils down to, man, is having each other's backs. Like, you know, I don't want to go against anything that was said like recently, but like, there's a fine line between, you know, team member and family. And Mark Olson like pretty much crushed it right and said that, you know, family's a birthright and blase. But at the end of the day, man, there's a really fine line. I mean, you're out here working with these men more than you're with your family. So, you know, there is a very fine line of that. And just taking care of your fellow man and making sure that everything's done to what you said it is, bro, it's a really good trait to have.
It is. And Mark hit the nail on the head, but it's like, you know, I see that. Like, it's almost like, you know, family, like, well, blood's thicker than water. You know, that's my family. Like, we're almost entitled to that, right? Because we share the name and all of that. None of us are entitled to high steel fence. Nobody. Not me, not you, not anybody. And for us to show up to go to war for that, and no one got paid any extra. I mean, I'm sure we're on overtime at that point, probably Friday at 1:30, but it's not like there was a bonus given. Hey, if you go do this, we'll give extra money. No one asked you to do it. And that's just something recently. I mean, you look at some of the things that Tyler does. I mean, our lull went down, and I said, hey, if it's a big fix, just call a mechanic to come out and, like, I'm not expecting you to take this thing apart. He had to pull the transmission out, like, change all, like, it was incredible. And I never heard anything about it. All I heard was it's fixed. I'm like, oh, great. Yeah, I pulled the transmission out, did this, did that. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I went to my house and got some tools that we didn't have, a transmission jack and all. Whoa. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. And, you know, just to be a part of something that not just, you know, one person is in love with is a good thing, man. Like, it really shows with the people that we have in place right now. And I'm not trying to, like, toot our own horn or anything like that, but, like, come to work is now fun. and just being able to like look at the guy next to you and say, hey man, we're about to go to war. And they're like, all right, come on, let's do it. My seatbelt's on. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a good feeling, man. And like having those people next to you and being able to maintain that is, you know, something that is extremely, extremely important in my mind.
Yeah, man. And I will toot that horn because I say the first time, you know, in the last few years, like everyone that works here is better than me at what they do. Right? Like you build fence better, faster than I can. 100%. Tyler can build gates better and faster than I can at my current position, right? Like, yes, if I go put my boots on and my FR, like we'll go to war together. We'll see who wins. But it's not about that. Like I know if a gate needs to be built, it's done. When he says, hey, I need this tool, I know he really needs that. It's not a want. Whenever you need something, I know it's something mission critical. For the first time in a long time, I'm able to really focus on like, where are we going? What's the plan? What are we doing here?
Right.
Where's High Steele in the next 5 years? Where's High Steele next year? Where's High Steele at the end of this year? Do we hit our goals? Do we hit our numbers? You know, being able to actually be the founder and the leader, the stress that everyone that works with us that takes off of me is incredible. You know, I'm out here in Panama City, yes, working on this big job, but you know, things happen. But I'm here, and you know, we called in some favors. We had some people show up from Louisiana. Some guys came up from Pace. We made it happen. You know, it was the 3,500 foot of just nasty job, a terrible job that the sub backed out of last minute, and it's okay. Yep. We have the culture and team in place to make it happen.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool because we have a few amigos over here, and they've been cooking for us all week. I've had the best food I've had ever, probably.
I know, bro. I'm freaking super jealous, man. And
you got the picture up.
Oh yeah, man. I got the picture up. So I couldn't figure out how to get it into like to where I could actually show everybody. But this is something that our welder Tyler and I kind of put together after Chris showed him what he wanted. And dude, it works pretty damn badass, man.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but it's just an A, right, with plates on the bottom. We were in some really tight spots. Like the job, like I said, this is the toughest job I've ever done. I've ever been a part of by 100%. We knew that going into it. We were hoping to sub it. That didn't work out. So here we are, boots on the ground. But you know, it's kind of hard to put a quick pull in this area. You can't really see it in this photo, but sometimes we're working between two fences, 18 inches apart, going down this run. So this A-frame with a come along, I mean, man, it pulls the post out so quick. We probably got $20 in material on that thing.
Yeah, probably less than that because it was scraps. It was stuff that we found in the trash bins.
Yeah, that's just build an A-frame, 4 foot at the bottom, 2 plates, put a plate at the top with a hole and come along this post out. So when it stands up, you know, it's kind of weird. Like, okay, now we have to have 2 guys, but they pull it up and it stands up and you just push it over and it lays the slug over somewhere else.
Yep.
So it lays it over away from the hole. And it wasn't my idea by no means. One of the guys sent me a picture and was like, I need this. Oh, that is probably not going to work, but okay, works great.
Hell yeah, man, it's awesome, bro. And
that says something, right? To be able to believe in your team, because I used to be the person who would go, don't do that, or that's not going to work, and I know better because I'm the owner and I'm the leader, and blah blah blah. And I was an idiot. I watched, and my saddest moment is I watched a kid. I didn't watch him. A kid rolled up a strap. I say kid, he was probably 17. He was like summer help. He rolled a strap up some way that I didn't know how to undo it. So I went to unstrap the trailer and I couldn't get it undone. And I was embarrassed. And I said, who the hell rolled my strap up this way? Because the way I do it's the best way. And he said, oh, me. He was excited. He probably learned it from somebody and wanted to share it with me. And that's how I did it. I said, don't you ever roll my straps up that way again. And unfortunately, he worked with us for a couple more months, left. I was not being the best leader. And to this day, right now, that's why we roll straps that way.
Ah, okay.
After I told him, don't you ever roll my straps that way. Because I didn't know how to do it. Instead of being honest and going, hey, man, this is kind of cool. How do I undo it? I'm the boss. I'm the leader, beating on my chest. That's being humbled will also help you be a better leader. So,
absolutely will. Absolutely will. I was wondering where that came from too. Like I was like, man, who does this? I was like, I've never seen that before. Because I would always just like loop them up and do the whole like trucker wrap on like TikTok.
Oh man. And at the time, I wasn't even wrapping them up. I was like tying them back across the trailers and walk back and forth 3 times trying to tie them up. I was the guy doing it wrong, you know?
Right. But all right, man. Well, hey, we're coming up on the end, bro. I very much appreciate you taking over while I had some technical difficulties with the computer. Guys, go check out what we're doing. Go to highsteele.com. Go check out what we're doing. We're still running trainings down here in Pace, Florida. Like Fence Week just wasn't the only one. If you want to come check out a Monday morning meeting, get in touch with us. They're pretty powerful. Chris, you got any closing thoughts?
Pour into your people. Okay. I don't care if it's Monday. If the stigma on a Monday morning meeting doesn't fit you, do it on Wednesday, do it on Friday, whatever you do, pour into your people. And you hear about some of these guys that are like, oh, I just hire awesome people. And you're wondering how that happens. And I'm not a Matt Warner by any means. I'm not a big giant company, but for the first time, I'm hiring people, team members, and they're taking the reins and doing things that are incredible. And that's how you grow. Okay. I'm not a genius. I'm not a business guy. I'm some poor kid that somehow got in the fence because it was cheap. And 10 years later, it took me a long time. We're starting to attract good people that are awesome and do awesome things, but you got to give them the freedom. I literally will ask people in our company. I'm not bragging on Billy because you're sitting right here with me. I mean, literally, I'm like, what do you think about this? You're the guy that's going to go train these people. You're the guy going to that job site because it's difficult. Does this make sense? And sometimes he's like, probably not, Chris. Okay. And I'm learning to swallow my pride and go, well, he probably knows better than me because I'm not the one out there. Pour into your team. Don't get complacent. Be a good leader. Be a good person. Be a good freaking human.
Hell yeah. Well, buddy, I wish you were sitting right here next to me, but with the technical difficulties, I don't think we would either be on the screen right now. So it's probably a good thing. I can't wait to see you whenever you get back. I hope you guys go out and crush it. I want to come out there and be a part of the Panama City part. I just want to get some food.
Yes. We've had some. We just had lengua tacos, cow tongue tacos.
Yeah. Yep. Lengua tacos, some cow tongue tacos.
Yes, how you say it? Yeah, I'm learning Espanol.
There we go. All right, man. Well, hey, I will see you. This Friday or this Monday?
You'll definitely see me Monday.
All right. Well, I will see you on Monday morning. You go out and crush it. We're going to crush it here in Pace, bro.
Let's go, baby. Love you, bro.
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. All right, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulty. I am glad that I have my phone right here next to me. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, same time. Got an awesome show lined up for you. Check it out. I'll see y'all then, all right? Later, guys.